Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing sort of an updated foundation routine, and it's like my summer foundation routine. So basically I'm just going to be showing you what I do for a summertime lighter look. I like to make my skin look more glowy, and I also like it to feel a lot lighter and not so heavy with foundation. So I'm just going to be showing you what I do. So to start off, what I usually do is I take my Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, this thing right here, and I am in the color Fair, and I just twist it up and apply it in like a V shape under my eye, and then I kind of just slightly rub that in. I also like to apply this a little bit down my nose because this is more of like a highlighting concealer, and a little bit here, and a little bit on my chin, and just around the sides of my nose where it's a bit more red. And then I take some of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind makeup in the color Buff Beige, and I just pour a little bit of this out onto my hand. And then I take, so I use like about that much, and then I use like 2 pumps of the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation in the color 805 Ivory. Next, what I do is I take this is my Cynthia Rowley blending sponge. I then kind of use the pointy end to like swirl that around and sort of mix it together a bit. Until I get the color I want. And then I just start dabbing it on my face. And when you use like a damp, obviously this is damp, a damp sponge, beauty blender, whatever, it's going to give you more. It does give you a very airbrush finish. It's going to give you a more natural finish, and it's going to give you more a dewy sort of summery look. And if you're not a fan of that, you could always apply more powder over to mattify it a bit and get rid of the dewy appearance, because I know, I mean, I don't, break for a second, it doesn't really matter which side. I switch back and forth. I sometimes use this side, sometimes that side. It doesn't really matter. This side I find it's easier to like get around my nose and whatnot. Anyways, I really like the finish that this gives. It's a more natural finish, and the blending sponge is a more natural finish. So if you just are not into the dewy look and you'd like a more matte face, you would just probably need to apply a setting powder, and then you'd be good. Now I like to dab it on my eyelids because I do this before any eye makeup, so I like to just dab it all over. And if I'm going to be wearing a color, because my lips are slightly pigmented, I just go over my lips a tad. And the only thing, I mean, and I said this in my review too of the beauty blender or the, blending sponge, is that it does take a tad bit longer, I think, to do than like just taking on a brush and buffing it in real quick, or using your fingers to buff it in real quick. getting my hair in it. But I think it's worth it for the more natural finish that it gives. Okay, so now that that's done, the next thing that I do is I take my, I usually will do this after I do eye makeup, but I'm going to be doing a tutorial, so I'm not going to be doing this now or anything like that. But after I do my eye makeup, I usually stop here and then do my eye makeup, and then I would apply this CoverGirl Olay and whatever with my Dual Fiber crease brush, which I use as a concealer brush. It just like stipples it in under my eyes. I normally do that after I do my eyes and then I finish my face, but for the purpose of this showing you what I do, I'm going to do everything else first and then go and do my makeup tutorial afterwards. So, not using this. Next thing I would do is take my Buxom Divine Goddess Luminizer, and I just take a tad bit, like really tiny bit, and just apply this to the tops of my cheeks and just sort of dab that in. I really like this for the cheeks. It gives a really nice dewy look. I don't really do much down the nose because I don't think like you really want like a dewy looking nose, but I just, you know, after I'm done tapping, I just kind of go like this for maybe just a little bit of shimmer. And then I take my favorite bronzer, all over face bronzer. I don't do much contouring or anything like that. I just like an overall face bronzer, and this is my very busted up Bronze Gem Matte and Bright Highlight Bronzer Eyeshadow from Physicians Formula. I just kind of swirl this around and start up here and lightly just go down and sort of in a 3 shape down my face. And I lightly do it so it's not like a bam, you know what I mean. And across the forehead, across the nose a tad, anywhere the sun hits, on the jawline, down the neck. Apply my favorite blush, which is the Rimmel London 001 Santa Rose blush. I talk about this all the time because I love it. It's just such a natural blush color. And this sort of has a highlight in it too, so it gives your cheeks like more like a shimmery kind of look. And this is just me, I'm sure. Maybe not. But I like to go through and I just kind of like try and get these 3 colors here that are the highlighting shades. Just get a little bit on my brush and put that on the top of my cheekbones just to highlight a tad more. Okay, and then the last thing that I do is I kind of go in with like a kabuki and really quickly just do my T-zone here with my, just right here, because I can get oily right here really fast, and with my Stay Matte pressed powder. And then that's it for my face. So this is my glowy summertime face that I like to do. It feels lighter. I don't really feel like I have much on, which I really like in the summer, so it doesn't, you know, the more you feel like you have on, the more you can feel it melting off and everything. I like to look more bronzed and sun-kissed, and I think that this really achieves that. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe and like this if you liked it. As always, you can follow me on any social media site at Beauty is for Everyone, with the 4 being a 4 and the 1 being a 1. thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial after this, so stay tuned for that. Find that in another video.